What's going on, guys? It's a horse beef here, and I would love to take a look at a certain video that was released earlier today. Because what's taken place, I don't know if this was today, whether it was yesterday, a week ago, I have no clue. But a video has emerged of Israel Adesanya getting into some kind of a road rage incident. So what I wanted to do was just watch it for the first time with you guys and see if we can pick out anything interesting about this particular incident here. And I want to be objective, right? Like, the goal here is not to just take a shit on Izzy again and blame him for everything. I'm going to be objective. Believe me. Listen, just because he's a fighter doesn't mean that him getting into some kind of an altercation means that he's ultimately in the wrong, right? It does not mean that. So let's just take a look and hear what the other guy has to say. Wow, let's just take a look here, man. So the video starts. Okay. Sounds like he's laughing at him. Sounds like someone just gave somebody a kiss in the background. That was kind of cute. Alright. It's definitely his car. Okay, let's see. Dude walks away, flexes on him, gets flipped off. Izzy grabs his nuts. Fuck you. Okay. Points at his dick. Points at his dick again. So I don't know what exactly took place there. I really don't. But I'd love to go back to the beginning and just take a little look and like listen in real close to what was actually said in this moment. So let's just go back to the beginning and rewatch it, okay? So I'm gonna shut the fuck up for a second. A little kiss again. Okay, I love that. Okay, sorry. I see. Go drive your fucking beat up fucking shit. Okay, so he's telling the guy to go drive his beat up car. Okay, you know, ultimately, man, that's perfectly valid in my opinion. If this guy steps to you, I mean, credit to Izzy for not just you know, throwing a crescent kick right at this guy's chin, right, and punishing him for his lack of judgment. Because if this guy knows who Israel Adesanya is, I don't know, maybe he just watched his last few fights against Strickland and DDP and assumes that he can now kick his ass. But dude, Israel's a huge dude. He's actually a fucking gargantuan human being, and he'll still absolutely murder this guy with one shot, I would assume, right? So this dude is just off his rocker for stepping to Izzy in the first place. Holy shit. So let's continue. Points of his penis, yeah, double dick points. He spits at him. Oh, he shuts the car door, and then the guy drives away. What the fuck is with the blue? That's the biggest blue ball moment of all time. Izzy spits in his direction. Doesn't spit on him clearly, spits in front of him. Let's see that again. Okay, let's see it again. Let's try and get it right at the moment. Spits at him. You can see the particles. You see the particles if you actually look at the car window right there on the car door. That's flipped upwards. You can actually see the particle of spit flying by. Okay, and then this guy notices, looks down. Izzy slams the car door. I would love to see what happens next. I assume that he maybe steps to the guy. I mean, we haven't heard any reports of Izzy being arrested at all, so I assume that he didn't just go full professional MMA fighter on this dude and just beat the living shit out of him. I would assume he maybe got in his face and the guy backed down intelligently, because like I said, this would not go well for this dude or 95% of people on this planet. So this guy is a complete dumbass, but I did appreciate the flex quite a bit. The flex is a very powerful pose, and it looked like he got a little chuckle out of Izzy with that. So full respect for that particular moment from this guy. So as it turns out, there are new details of this altercation emerging. I mean, obviously take this source with a grain of salt, as it is TMZ, and anything related to TMZ you must take with a grain of salt, because after all, it is TMZ, right? But let's just read through this article here. Israel Adesanya, I don't know if this was a quote from him, but man uttered N-word, tried to fight during viral confrontation. So yeah, you got some still shots there. Israel Adesanya says that he was not the aggressor during the recent confrontation with man in New Zealand, claiming the other guy started the whole incident by hurling racial slur. Now I must say, this is expected to pull the race card in this particular moment. But if this is true and the guy did in fact hurl a racial slur at Israel Adesanya and he reacted that way, I mean, it's fair game, right? I mean, I would even say that him slugging the dude for calling him the N-word would be justified in this moment if it is in fact true. Let's see. A source close to the UFC superstar tells TMZ Sports as Izzy was parking his car on a roadway in his home country, the guy came out of nowhere and started calling him the N-word. All right. I mean, that seems a little bit outlandish. It kind of reminds me of the Juicy Smollett or Juicy Smollett, however you pronounce his name, situation. I just don't really understand the rationale behind coming out of nowhere and calling him the N-word, but listen, we'll take it at face value. Why are we getting ads? Close that shit. Okay. Yeah, it seems kind of outlandish, but then again, people do surprise me. So if it does happen, or if it did happen, the guy came out of nowhere, started hurling racial slurs at him. I mean, maybe it's in response to the general racism of Israel Adesanya, but then again, it still isn't justified, right? Like the N-word should not be used in any capacity, at least, especially when it comes to being hurled at a black person. That is pretty messed up, and Israel's angry response, I would say, is justified in that moment. In video filmed by a witness, which has now gone viral on social media, it's hard to make out what either dude is saying, although it's clear both parties were pissed at one another. Wow, thank you, TMZ. This is some top-class reporting here. In fact, it appears Adesanya spits on the man at one point. I would say that he maybe looked like he tried to spit at the ground in front of the guy, but then, as I pointed out with my incredible journalistic skills, it did appear like a particle of spit did actually potentially make contact with the guy's upper torso area. It looked like it, at least like based on the trajectory of the spit particle, upper torso area is what I was able to deduce from this video with my very sharp eyes, right? 2020. In fact, it appears Adesanya spits on the man at one point. Unfortunately, the altercation never turned unfortunately. I mean, it is unfortunate, honestly, for the viewers. I'm sure we were all hoping that it would turn physical, but fortunately, the altercation never turned physical, and the two men eventually went their separate ways. See, that's so beautiful, man. Adesanya is expected to address the incident on an anti-street violence charity later Thursday. Wait, is that a thing? Okay, I mean, good for Adesanya, I suppose. The 35-year-old was last seen in public 2 weeks ago when he lost a championship matchup to Dricus du Plessis. Now, you know what? Based on the information that has come about regarding this particular situation, I don't think that that Israel Adesanya is in the wrong, as long as, no one was hurt. He is the professional fighter ultimately, and spitting in his direction, is it a sign of disrespect? Absolutely. But can I blame the guy if what he said is true? Absolutely not. Must be something in the air right now, because I guess this one would be a lot less surprising than Israel Adesanya getting into a road rage altercation. But to no one's surprise, I guess, Nate Diaz has got himself into a little altercation as well, which is, yeah, like I said, man, to be expected. Let's just watch this one for the first time as well. Man, there's just something going around, dude. Let's just see it. Okay. So the guy grabs him, or pushes him or something. Nate grabs him by the wrist and elbow. Shoves Nate. They're having a shoving competition. What does Nate do next? Oh! Okay, looked like he was about to slug him, but honestly, mercifully from Nate, Diaz reaches over and grabs him by the head and pushes him back instead. Let's see. Okay, his boy gets in the middle. He puts his dukes up. He gets his dukes right up, ready for a fight. The guy throws. Looks like he like makes contact with Nate's boy. Nate puts up a high guard. Doesn't throw anything back. To be honest, man, this isn't that bad. Let's keep going. Because I've seen some reactions surrounding this video, and everyone is trying to like shit on Nate and say that he's a child and all this stuff. But like, honestly, dude, it's not like he choked the dude unconscious like he did to the fake Logan Paul dude. It's not like he even punched him at all. He just grabbed him by the head and pushed him back. It was more of a warning than anything. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. He is Nate Diaz after all. And if you know who Nate Diaz is, just don't do anything that's even fractionally aggressive towards him, or else he may punch you. But I'd say this guy got off quite easily, man. He didn't get put in a standing guillotine, nor did he get punched in the face. So I would say this incident has been blown out of proportion, in my personal opinion. But then again, that's my my report on these recent fights between UFC and ex-UFC fighters and regular civilians. If you guys enjoy me covering stuff like this, then just let me know, man. I felt like I may as well just cover this in some kind of a shit post. But as simple and as streamlined as this video is, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And as I said, if you want to see me cover more stuff like this, then I will absolutely do more of this in the future. I just need you guys to give me your opinions in the comment section. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.